Hello, everybody. It's Mark Sage, Executive Director of the Area Augmented Reality Enterprise Alliance, and welcome to our latest Fireside Chat. I'm really excited to welcome. Perhaps this guy doesn't even need an introduction, to be honest. So well known within the industry. Has been one of the best evangelists. Everybody knows Mr. Brian Hampton. Brian from DigiLens now, thank you very much for taking some time out to chat with us. Super excited to hear what you've been doing, and I know it's some really great stuff.
Thank you, Mark. We're really excited to be part of the area as well. So really value your organization and all you're doing for also to evangelize the space. So thank you for that introduction.
Perfect. Thank you. Let's get going. So a really nice, simple question. What does DigiLens do? Can you give me an overview of what you're doing now and what the company is doing?
Absolutely. So DigiLens is a really interesting company. And my journey here was actually one of trying to learn about what we can do for the next generation of computer screen and with waveguide technology, and not truly understanding the opportunity around yields and believing that waveguides may not be ready yet. I came to DigiLens because after learning about the manufacturing process, the waveguides, and the opportunity to launch a new product, which is an immersive dual eye glass product, which I knew was coming with Apple's release this year and everything along those lines, was a really unique opportunity for us to be able to look at a couple different lines of business. So DigiLens is a really unique company. It's been around for 15 years. It's been solving some of the top physics and chemistry problems in waveguide technology. So waveguides are sheets of glass or plastic that basically bring light to your eye the right way. So you can actually see the real world, like a pair of glasses like Mark's wearing here on the screen. So there's three ways that waveguides are kind of winning in the market right now. You've got the bird bath model, which is like the devices like the ODG devices and the Nreals and some of those that are great. And you see a lot of bird bath designs in the market now. There's the affixed mirrors opportunity where you're actually etching mirrors into glass. Very, very hard to do. Can make amazing waveguides and products, and there's some great companies in that space as well. And then DigiLens has a very unique perspective because they actually are a nanotechnology components company as well as a product company. They take a glass or plastic substrate. They take a photopolymer, which is like a goo. They layer the top over top, and then they use a contactless master where they shine the light down, and those nanoparticles now bring the light to your eye the right way. So it's a contactless system. So that's the reason why DigiLens sorted that out is they became the top yielding and basically understood the manufacturing process first and then perfected the waveguide after. It's kind of the backwards way to do it. So DigiLens does three lines of business. Number one, we are licensed and manufacture waveguides. So we actually teach others how to manufacture. We do some of our R&D here in Sunnyvale, California, but we train others around the world that want to stand up lines, high yield lines for waveguide manufacturing. Number two, we're working with some of the greatest companies in the world and organizations and even governments in the world that would like to think about the next generation of AR glasses. People come to us and they say, hey, we really want this spec in a waveguide, or we want you to help build this opportunity for a new type of glass or a new type of helmet. So we're not a non-recurring engineering shop, but we support others who want to build a piece of intellectual property around the waveguides. The third, which is really exciting, is this year we launched a product called Argo, which is a dual eye glass, which uses a Qualcomm XR2 chip. It's a true AR glass. This product's got a 48 megapixel camera in the front. We have built our own projectors, so we have complete control of our supply chain. It uses, we have code level access for Qualcomm's chipset, so that means we can optimize. And this device looks truly like a real pair of glasses, like what Mark's wearing on his head. And with the latest developments in the space, we believe we're filling a vacuum for the industrial and enterprise space. So DigiLens is a waveguide nanotechnology company, but is now shifted as well to a product company. And things are going very well, and we're honored to be taking this next journey to immersive AR, true AR, in the industrial and enterprise landscape, both on the product and manufacturing side.
Wow, thank you, Brian. That's it's really inspiring as well to hear about your kind of journey and things like that. And you may have answered some parts of this question as well in the previous one, but I'm kind of really interested to understand how is what DigiLens is doing different to the other big players in the industry.
It's interesting. So you have to break that down into different areas of business. So let's talk about the glasses first. What's really different about the glasses is a couple things. Number one is transparency. It's the ability to see someone's eye, social acceptability. So for example, when I'm sitting here with you, Mark, I can see your eyes. I can read when you're engaged. I can read when you're tired or bored as well, right? When you're in work and you're doing work, especially in difficult industrial-based environments, you need a social acceptability. Nothing can be blocked for your view, but also transparency is important because if the device turns off, you can't turn into a sunglasses kind of approach. So we have up to 95% transparency in lenses. So it truly is like wearing a pair of glasses. Also, this provides security support as well. So for example, if you have if you have eye glow, which we'll talk about in a second, you can see, if you can't see the eye, you don't know what the person's engaged with, and you may be able to actually see some of the data coming out from the headset. So there's a really important piece of this, which is around the second function, which is eye glow. So basically, the light's going out the wrong way on many waveguides, and when that happens, data can get compromised. You're not getting the maximum nits per lumen, which is one of the key metrics for brightness. You're letting you at nighttime. This has to be indoor and outdoor use. And at nighttime, you light up like a Christmas tree. So it's very easy to know where the person is, especially if you're working in government or military related use cases. You need to have a very discreet experience that's socially acceptable. So transparency of the waveguide and reducing eye glow to a absolute minimum are two areas that's important on the Argo side. As I mentioned before, on the manufacturing side, it's the ability to scale the waveguides at a cost point that makes sense. If you think about what a waveguide is, it's a piece of glass or plastic and a nanomaterial. So being able to have a lower cost, scalable model where people could make stuff that keeps their BOM costs down, their bill of materials costs down, is what's another huge differentiation with the best waveguides as well. And then on the non-recurring engineering side, what really makes us different is the ability to be able to make waveguides expeditiously. So for example, if you come to our office here in Sunnyvale, which we'd welcome people from the area to come, you can make a waveguide in up to 20 minutes. So from the second you step foot on our floor to leave, be able to make a waveguide. So you can change those structures, and contactless masters are also really important. Masters cost a lot of money to make. So in contactless masters, your masters, once they're built, they lost as kind of a longevity-based delivery system.
That's amazing, Brian. I think, and I'm always fascinated that being able to build something in 20 minutes just seems unbelievable, and looking forward to one day, very soon, hopefully experiencing that as well. So listen, you and I have been around in this space for a long time. So perhaps a little bit of background of why DigiLens kind of created the Argo device, and what does it actually mean now for us now, and then in kind of your vision for the market and for the industry in the next couple of years.
I'm a big firm believer as raising tides to float all boats, right? So this is what I hate is in this game sometimes is people, like when I go into meetings and things, I don't talk about one device, Argo versus this or another device. It's really about raising the space up. If you think about how many VR devices were sold last year globally, how many mobile phones are out there, we're still in the first inning of the baseball game or the cricket match for you, perspective. And, we have a lot of work to do as an industry together. So the reason why we came out with Argo is a couple things. Number one, we knew Apple was coming out with a AR pass-through based device. We believe that, and Apple makes great products. Others make great products out there. Meta's come out with their product. Others are looking at their products. We felt like we needed to show what a true AR device is, because we believe that over the next 12 months, 24 months, everybody's going to kind of get consumed into what did Apple do? How does that work? So we need to now show the market enterprise, true enterprise with these types of devices. The other reason, so we wanted to put forward something that was not AR pass-through, using cameras to see the real world, but was actually real true AR. No disrespect to AR pass-through, just different use cases and different uses. The second reason why we came out with Argo was because we wanted to eat our own dog food, so to speak. You can't believe how much better our waveguide manufacturing and waveguide process has become, and frankly, the quality of the waveguides, because now you're actually putting them in a real world product, right? So, just like an engineer takes a waveguide, or they take a system and they put the system together, you until you're actually doing that work, it's very hard to understand every intricacy. And it could be things like size and ergonomics, and it could be things on how thick the glass is or how thin the glass is, weight optimization, heat optimization, battery life optimization. So it's really fascinating when you consume your own product. And every entrepreneur out there, if you're an entrepreneur like I've been, you've got to consume your own products. You have to be a consumer of your own products, because you don't know how they're going to behave outside of the lab or in the innovation side. The third reason why is we didn't foresee a lot of the changes that have happened in the AR industry recently in headsets, but we kind of got lucky on this one a little bit. We believed that there was going to be a vacuum in the enterprise industrial space for quality heads-up displays and smart glasses that were truly AR devices. Because as you know, hardware is hard. There's not a lot of innovation in the U.S. on hardware because it's hard. It's hard to get funded. It's supply chain. It's super difficult to create a hardware product. So if you're not in that business, it's a very dangerous business for you to enter. So we believe that because we had the complete supply chain for a pair of glasses, we make our own projectors, we have our own waveguides, we have great partnership with Qualcomm. Shout out to Qualcomm for their chips and that support. We've all been industry experts and veterans in the space, so we know where the channels are. We're engaging heavily with the ISV market because have the best device in the world, but you got to have a great solution and great partners, great system integrators, great independent software vendors, and great companies that understand how to apply the KPIs of use cases in the market. So putting that together is a big undertaking, but we believe that a successful Argo rollout will enable us to really accelerate the market of augmented reality and the proliferation of augmented reality.
Fantastic. Thank you, Brian. Well, I think if it's okay, we'll leave it there. I'm looking forward to the journey and being able to see you again in other parts of the world. And thank you very much, and congratulations on your DigiLens work. Thank you very much, Brian.
Thank you very much, Mark.